Hey everybody, welcome back. Just a quick little update. Finished the Avanti last night, balancing it. Had to add a pound, right at a pound, at least by my little scale. I didn't put the smoke tank or any smoke system in it, so that's probably why mine was coming out a little. They all come out tail heavy, but I was trying to get it down to about a half a pound, but it ended up being about a pound with the batteries as far forward as they'll go. I moved equipment as far forward as I could go. The only thing I could have done, probably a little bit done to help get rid of some nose weight, would be move the UAT forward, but I could have only went so far, and it wouldn't have made much difference, I think. Plus, I like to keep the fuel lines as short as possible and everything to keep the pressures down and everything. So it's CG though. I got it. I initially had it on the aft CG, but by the time, because I mixed up some, I went and bought some BBs for like a BB gun, and mixed them up with some epoxy, measured it out on the scale, put it in a little sandwich bag, and then I stuck it in the nose of the aircraft and took a little stick and just kind of poked it so it kind of conformed to the nose and pushed it as far forward, because if you can get the weight to the very tip of the nose, it's obviously going to take less. So that was what I was going with. It worked out nicely. It sits right in front of the batteries. Plus, it being in the bag, if I ever need to remove it, like if I put a smoke pump in and things like that, and need to take some of the weight out, I can just pull the bag out and reweigh what I need to balance it. Plus, if you add some other things to the aircraft, like I put a smoke system in, which I don't know, we'll see. Plus, if the thrust vectoring pipe doesn't hold up, it's kind of flimsy. Kind of has me worried a little bit. So if it doesn't hold up, I may ditch the thrust vectoring part of the jet. So that will pretty much have it ending up way nose heavy, even with the weight out of the nose. So I'd have to probably move the batteries back. But I'm also gonna add one of these little guys to it. Showed up today. Got an order from DreamWork with a bunch of other little items there. Got 2 pump mounts, 2 shutoff valve mounts, some 4-ways and some 3-way fittings for the air system in the F-14. This will go in the F-14 as well once it's done. So I'll probably end up getting another one if it works okay. I guess with the Roby system, there's some issues with reading all the channels. So Aussie Bart, he's got this stuff down to a science. He's real good with it, and he sets it up on his F-14 using the Roby system. So I know it can be done, and I'm pretty good with the Futaba stuff. I've been a Futaba guy for almost 25 years. I've tried everything else. Spectrum. I've got a Spectrum radio that I use for my little electric stuff, and then I've tried JR over the years. So and high tech, so I kind of know a little bit about it all, but I mainly a Futaba guy, just because I like the programming. It can be way difficult to do sometimes because all Asian companies are horrible with instructions. You got to be a freaking engineer to figure them out, but oh well, whatever. Anyways, this is the Powerbox 3-axis gyro system. It's the full version. They've got like a new version, like a light version, but I went with the full version just because it has the GPS function in it, and I thought that would be pretty cool for a jet like the Avanti that has such a wide speed range. So you automatically get gain adjustments. I've heard people say that there are some issues, with it downstream, when it's coming straight down as far as that. But how often are you pointed straight down? Now pointing up is another thing. If you're doing some high alpha stuff and you're trying to hover the jet and it starts affecting your gyros, that could be an issue. But probably not enough to notice, or they would have addressed it or something. But anyways, comes in a nice little box. I went ahead and got, there's two versions you can get. You can get the one with just the gyro unit itself and the GPS. I went ahead and paid, it's like 40 more, not even 40 more bucks for the switch, the USB cable to download data, and everything else. So it come in like this. It comes with a little card. They don't give you instructions anymore. That's everybody. Hell, the Army's the same way. Drives me nuts because I like having a book. As stupid as that sounds, I learn better when I actually have a book that I can open and read. But anyways, give you a card with a website to go to get your instructions. They got like a little phone scan if you want to do that route too. Let's see, you got the unit itself, pretty small, very light. That's what I like about it. I hate adding weight to things. Little guy. Let's see, what we got for, weighs 28 grams, so pretty light. I'm not going to use the switch probably. The switch, you know, is just to turn the unit off. I mean, it doesn't need to be turned off unless you don't want to use it in the jet, but you could usually do that with either a switch or a gain setting. The new GPS 2 they have, little guy. I'm curious to see if this will register, and I mean, a GPS I figured would be the same as any GPS. So if this will work like the Roby GPS, you know, you could use it for airspeed, altitude, and stuff. I don't know if it works that way, but it plugs into the unit. So I don't know what kind of data you can get out of this little thing, but we'll see. The connectors as well. Looks like there's some mounting tape in there. Everything's got mounting tape for it. Even the pack for the GPS sensor has like a mounting tape in there. Decals. Always like decals. That one's kind of cool. I'll probably put that on the jet somewhere, especially the sport jet. And then probably mount this in the aircraft on the F-14 or something. Nice little decals. I like decals. I've used Roby stuff before. Oh wait, look. Well, there you go. They do provide instructions, so that's good. Looks like an add-on setup assist book. Kind of shows you the menus. You got looks like just the same instruction manual, just different languages, English and probably German, I would guess. Yeah. And then the switch itself here. With some mounting screws. Looks like they've got it just screwed in there. I'll have to take that out, but it's like a little adapter. I was hoping it'd be kind of like the magnetic switches that come with the Roby. Would be nice to use that. You know, and after I use up all my Roby stuff, I may switch over to Powerbox and start using them again. I went to the Roby because of the serial bus system they had. It was really nice, simple. You know, four very thick cables, or if you only wanted to use 2 or 1, you could run down the jet and then you just clip on little terminals and plug your servos in. Really nice stuff. Roby's come out with a similar thing, a bus system where you plug the cables into the box, and then you've got like boxes that you plug your servos in. And that's kind of like JR doing the same thing. I don't like having those big boxes because it's kind of a hub. So therefore, you know, you've got to run wires from each servo to the hub unless they're close enough to plug straight in, and there adds weight type deal. So who knows? We'll see. But I do like the fact that their power systems have the little. You can get them with the gyro built into it, so you get the gyro plus sequencer plus power system plus the gyro. So that's pretty cool. So we'll see. Like I said, I bought three complete systems of the Roby battery backer, and after these 2 jets, I'll have 1 system left, and my next project will have that, and then all future projects after that point will possibly have power box stuff. Just depends on how this this gyro works. If it works really good and I can get all the things I need out of it, I'll just stay with the Roby system, because Imco Tech out of Germany or something like that, Switzerland, they pretty much copied, or they bought the rights or something, and they have a battery backer now that's just like the Fataba one, but it has updated software in it. You can do more stuff with it, which is cool. This the battery backer is kind of limited. So anyways, F-14, wow, 10 minutes, sorry for the long-winded video, but the F-14, I went ahead and put the side rails, or side missile rails, under the wing things here. I like how Skymaster does their stores. So it's a simple thing. 1 screw up front here with the hole. You put it in and then slide back and it locks into place, and then there's a hole here inside this carbon fiber lip that that has a hole. You line up, mark it, get center point, drill it, and put a screw, and that's pretty stout. I would try to get them as tight as possible. Keep an eye on them, because if something gets loose or that screw starts cracking in these things, you're going to get flutter and it could possibly shear it off. So just keep an eye on them, keep them tight. You could even glue them on there if you wanted to. But that's all I've done lately. One, I'm still waiting on the nose, and plus I was waiting on these pieces to put the pumps in. I was going to go with like a wood type mount, but you know, the Velcro, or getting a strap to hold them, just wasn't working out. It was crushing things. So I'm going to mount the pumps in this area right here. That way, when I can get to them when the gear's down, for inspecting them and easy maintenance. And I'm also going to put the shut-off valves up in here, so when the gear's down, I can just reach up in here, turn it on or turn it off, and it's out of the way. That way, if I have to take the nose off, I'm not having to disconnect all the fuel systems contained in the fuselage. The only thing that's going to sit up here is the UATs, and I can simply just pull them out, let them dangle, take the nose off, and then the ECUs will be in here. But you just unplug the wires. So fuel port's going to be back here, and I'm also going to mount 2 air tanks, one here and one here for the mains as well. So, but that's what I got to work on today. Like I said, I'm still waiting on the nose, trying to get all this stuff here put in the jet. My valves, I'm going to try on these Jet Central 2-way valves. They're pretty neat little guys. They're small, the smallest ones I've seen. Pretty light, very lightweight. I have long cables on them. I already kind of did a video on these, but I'm using that. Plus, I've got their dual sequencer as well. Little hefty thing, little aluminum piece here. It controls your gear. 2 gear doors that you can sequence however you want, which is going to be really nice for this F-14 Tomcat, because you have to put the front 2 gears, the front 2 doors have to open. Well, really only one of the front, but might as well put them on the same. Front 2 gear doors on one, they open first, and then have the second one open second, which you can do. I've already checked. You can delay between the 2. That way you don't have a hang up on the gear doors. And then you also have one for your canopy. That's kind of an extra function they threw in there. I don't really know why they did that, but oh well, it's there. Has a fail-safe built into it, plus you get some pressure readings, so it's kind of like a all-in-one feature. Never used it before, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to run 2 valves for the gear. I'm going to go with the manual valves for the gear, just because they're trustworthy, and they've pretty much, you know, they're solid. We know they work, so that's what I'm going to go with. And then all the other stuff will be here. Gear doors, canopy, and stuff like that. Brake, I already made this little guy here. It's my UP6 valve with my HS81. I'll put metal gears in here, so it's a metal gear servo. And I may go ahead and replace these plastic pieces with metal. I got some metal ones, and works really good. Done on all my jets. Probably the best brake valve they have out there is the UP6. So that's going to be mounted in there. And here's my two shutoff valves, and like I said, ECUs, got these little side servo mounts that I had just laying around. I'm going to mount them right against the inside of the jet in the back there, in front of the main tank. So if I ever need to, you know, when I pull the jet off, they're out of the way and you can easily see them if you need to look at something. Two of those. Battery box batteries, wing battery. Well, not really. They wanted to use a 3. This is only a 2 cell, so I need to get a 3 cell battery for the wings, and then 2 3 cell life packs, 9.9 volts. Got these. These are the King Tech ones. I bought one of these and put it in the Avani as well. So that's pretty much all my hardware minus